everyone, it's Lisa, and it's time for another episode of Keto Approved or Not. And this month's theme is holiday favorites. So when you think of the holidays, and especially the month of December, what do you think about? Well, one of my favorite things are cookies. I mean, everybody's making cookies this month. And one of my favorite cookies to make is rum balls. So I want to share that recipe with you today. So let's get started. Okay, so this is a very quick and very simple recipe to make. So let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to put into my bowl is a cup of almond flour. And I use the super fine ground almond flour. And I strain it through the strainer so that there's no lumps in it. So that's a cup of almond flour. Next up is a half of a cup of cocoa powder. And I did the same thing with the cocoa powder. I put it through the strainer to get the lumps out. Cocoa powder is not as lumpy as almond flour is, but it still has a little bit of lumps in it. Okay, next up is some sweetener. And right now I'm using monk fruit and everything. I'm really trying it out. So one thing that you need to know about these granulated sweeteners is if you don't grind them up into a powder, they can get a very grainy taste in your mouth. It's not a smooth taste at all. So I just put my monk fruit in a little coffee grinder and I powdered it. So I have 2 tablespoons of monk fruit. You can use erythritol, xylitol, whatever you like. So let's give that a little stir. Oh, these are going to be so good. Still a little bit lumpy, but just smush them up. That's all you got to do. Okay. Now I have 2 tablespoons of butter. I have 2 tablespoons of rum. I'm using Bacardi right now. And usually in a rum ball, you would use dark rum, but I'm using the lighter colored rum because it has less carbs. So, cheers. And if you don't want to put rum in your rum balls, you can actually use this rum extract. That would be good too. All right, and now I have a teaspoon of vanilla extract. All right, just give that a mix together. That's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, once you get the dough together, we're going to put it on a plate in little balls. We're going to roll it in some coconut or some pecans, and that's pretty much it. But let's make sure we get this butter mixed in really, really good. I mean, I like butter, but I don't want to bite into a chunk of butter. I know some of you out there, you just eat butter just like that. I can't do it. All right, there you go. It's as simple as that. Okay, so now that this is all mixed together, I just got this little cookie scoop And we're just going to form our balls. Just kind of squish it together. I have some coconut that I ground up in my coffee grinder just to make it to stick a little bit better. And I have some ground up pecans. So I'm going to cover this one in coconut. Because I mean, really, who doesn't like coconut rum, right? Malibu. It's just like a Play-Doh kind of consistency. All right, this one gets some pecans. Back in the coconut flour, or coconut, this isn't coconut flour, it's ground up coconut, unsweetened coconut flakes. Let's do a coconut and pecan one, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to finish making my rum balls and we'll be right back. All right, there you go. So this recipe made 14 rum balls. If you stand there long enough and count, you might see 13 on the plate. Well, I may or may not have already tried one. Yum. Okay, so aren't these tasty? Look at those. You want a bite? Ooh, they're so good. So one thing that I want to tell you about these rum balls is they're better the next day or even the day after. And it gives you the flavors a chance to kind of marry together, and they're so much better a day or two later. Also, if you don't want a very strong taste of rum, you don't have to put that much rum in there, or just use the rum extract. But if you use less rum, make sure you add a little bit of liquid, like maybe heavy whipping cream would be good, in order to compensate for the lack of liquid that you put in. But I think they're perfect just the way they are. And they're perfect little bite-sized pieces. Mmm. Those are dang good. I just put the whole thing in my mouth. Okay, that was a lot. All right, so anyway, try out my recipe. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm anxious to hear all about it. So this is a collaboration with some of my friends, Sharon, Renee, Brandi. We're all doing this collab together, and I'll put their links in the description box below because they have some very, very tasty treats for you as well. So go look them up. So that's all that I have for you today. So until next time, keep calm and keto on.